Hi, I'm Randy Benway. I'm a retired design engineer, and for 25 years I worked at John Deere working on mowers and tractors. And I live out in the country here, and I have field all around my home, and I mow about 4 acres. And I don't like to mow every week this much grass, but it does need to look presentable. And so typically I've been mowing about 3 times a year. And so that means I'm many times into the grass at 20 inches, cutting it to 4, 25 inches, cutting to 4. And of course I can't do that with a finish mower, so I use a rotary cutter. So the machine I use to cut is a 2000 series John Deere. It's a 27 horse, 20 horse PTO, and typically I mow with a 5-foot single spindle rotary cutter. Now, like my friends report also, I really have issues with this typical rotary cutter. My Frontier 5-foot, it just doesn't have cut quality in the kind of grass that I mow in. And as you probably know, rear-mounted tractor implements have to deal with the tire tracks that the tractor makes. And being a single spindle, one side gets back swept and cuts well. The other side of the tire track sees the forward sweep of the blades and is uncut. And so to make it look presentable in my area here around my house, I have to do minimal overlap. So essentially I'm using about a half of the mower. So a 5-foot, I'm cutting 2.5, maybe 3 foot to get a decent cut quality. So about 3 years ago, I decided I've got to do something about this because it just drives me crazy. So I knew I could create a mower that could do a better job. What I wasn't sure of is how my tractor could handle it. So I started with an old beat up, used Keen Cutter finish mower, 3-point finish mower. And I cut off all the trinkets. I saved the gearbox. And I got a welder and I added on sheet steel. And obviously it was going to be a 2-spindle, kind of a hybrid affair, a gearbox over belt. And the placement of the spindles, I could have done a lot of different kind of architectures. At Deere we had done counter rotating, wax on, wax off designs, time decks where the blades paths run through each other. But for the best cut quality and for the lowest cost, this is going to be a cost-sensitive product, of course. It's going to be a conventional staggered spindles, conventional rotating. And that's what I have here. I bought 2 3-foot stump jumper swing blades from Fred Kane. They make a little rotary cutter. So I've got to pair them. So this is a 72-inch cutter. And the placement then was key. This is the whole part of this cutter, is placing them so that the back sweep of both blades is lined up to the tire track. So it back sweeps both the left hand and the right hand tire track. Then to do that, I had to shift it to the right slightly, giving the right side here a kind of a free trim, bonus trim section. Now it's optimized. I'm an old side discharge guy, and we always tend to mow like a NASCAR driver. We tend to mow counterclockwise turns. That's how I mow laps around my field and my yard. So this is optimized to mow with counterclockwise laps. So another key point of this mower design was to deal with low power tractors, which I only have 20 horse. So a big part of it was lowering the tip speed. This mower runs at 13,500 feet per minute with a medium lift blade. Also, to lower power requirements, I've given it 1 inch of rake so that it cuts and releases the material and doesn't recirculate. That's a big part of it also. I knew I could make it cut better. I wasn't sure if the tractor could handle it. And so far, when I mow, I'm quite pleased. The tractor, it behaves just like I'm running my 5-foot Frontier. So I'm encouraged with the performance of the mower so far in my time in the grass. What I'm also encouraged about is my friends tell me that are at Deere, tell me about the market of the 1000 series, the 2000 series subcompact tractors have exploded in the last 10, 15 years. and everybody's jumped in making these tractors, which is encouraging. They have, of course, the OEMs have the belly mowers and the finish mowers offerings, but really the only thing that's available is the same old cutter that is a single spindle and has the cut quality problems that I've already talked about. So I think there is a market for a premium cutter that solves these problems and can be differentiated from the same mower that I can buy at the farm store. So we got some grass today. It got away from me a little bit. It's probably closer to 24 in some areas. And we'll demo and see how this machine runs. So if you'd like to talk further about this, I'd love to meet you. And if you'd like to see this mower run, contact me. And thanks for watching.